going through some things. You know what I mean? But
they don't have their family.
they don't. Hey, listen. Grass
Young coach
ain't,
getting tested
ain't
right now.
always greener,
Clover
boys.
ain't always greener.
We have a non-conference slot now available. In
That would be
27,
nice.
28.
I think that would be obviously the storylines are right themselves. You know, you don't have to do anything, but that's that is 4 years into the careers of both coaches.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perfect.
They'll both be
exactly
set.
my point. Like they're gonna both be established. Maybe one won't be there. I know
Rock.
Brian Kelly will be there because he signed a 10-year deal. Unless
Very expensive to fire.
Woodward gets fired, he's
They're tethered
Yeah, they are
together.
tethered together. Now,
Umbilical cord.
you know, Notre Dame guys, they may be a little different. Who knows? But maybe not.
Who else would you see? Who else would y'all want to see besides Notre Dame?
USC.
Oh, damn it.
Will we play them in 24?
Oh, that's right. We already do play them.
What about Michigan?
I like a Miami.
We've never
game.
played
I like to see
Michigan.
Miami.
I like
come.
Miami. I like Michigan.
Coach
I like
Jones on the
Ohio
staff?
State. Like
No,
someone
I mean,
big
like
like
a
that.
home
Who else would I like? I want somebody that like we don't ever play.
Oklahoma.
They're gonna be.
Oh, well, they're gonna be in the SEC. So
Yeah,
they're
so
not
that's the
gonna-
whole
yeah.
point. Yeah,
By
that
the-
was supposed
That's-
to
Oregon.
Yeah.
No, I don't really want to see. I mean,
Utah?
whatever.
That's
No.
BYU. I like that.
UCLA.
What about Baylor?
Baylor would be a good
I
storyline.
don't
That'd be a
want
good
that
one.
at all.
Wyoming.
My top two would definitely be Notre Dame or Miami.
Boise State.
Give me.
said-
I would say App State,
somebody
but I
said
don't want them.
No, I don't want to.
Northwestern. I like those.
Northwestern State.
Give me the split jersey.
I'm
question.
trying to think. I mean, who
The
else?
Questney. Bring them back.
I think a big, obviously you want to replace
You want a
Texas with a
big-time
big,
matchup.
with a big school, high school.
The big time matchup.
Oh, I thought you said big time high school. I was like,
No.
I don't want to know.
IMG. Three of them are coming to this.
What's
campus
our
this
other
weekend.
school that played IMG that they're doing a documentary on?
Bishop Sycamore.
Bishop
Bishop
Sycamore.
Get them in Tiger Stadium with 90,000.
That's all right. 103. Don't.
I don't think you're gonna
shortchange
sell that one out.
I don't think we're getting, if they're there, I don't think we're getting 90.
I think Ohio State would be.
Ohio State would be cool. Michigan would be cool. Teams that don't come down
Well,
here. Notre
see-
Dame would be. I think Notre Dame is obviously the one that like would be awesome.
Yeah.
You think they schedule that? You think Notre Dame accepts that?
I don't know why Notre Dame wouldn't.
Yeah, they play one or two Clemson.
Clemson would be a good one.
We
We
have
already did.
Clemson.
We just scheduled
25,
them. Now.
26.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right before.
It's those teams that don't play. It's ACC schools that don't play a hard schedule. That like, all right, let's get one or two marquee matchups
Right.
early. We lose,
Yeah.
or if we win, we're propped up into the top 5.
Yeah.
If we
The only
lose, we're top
way it turns
12.
in bad for them is if they get absolutely boat raced.
Yeah.
It's the only way it turns out
Oregon
bad for them.
I thought it was funny. Oregon went from 11 to unranked, and Florida jumped up from unranked to 12, and then lost. It was just like, oh.
And by the time like it gets to here, I would be surprised if they start doing like marquee matchups like this, because the pod's going to be set up in a way where the playoff is going to be 8 teams, 12 teams,
Yeah.
16
I mean,
teams.
it would-
You're already
but-
going to seed the matchups at this
Well,
point.
well,
Everybody's going to have a week 0 game.
Yeah, well, at that time too, like
well, that turns into week 1.
Right, but it's like
You know what I mean?
they don't want to burn the early games. Like
no,
they're
I think they
doing.
would love it because I think they would love the fact, hey, if you get to revisit it in a
Rematch,
postseason,
okay.
I think they would love that. I do think at that point though, a lot more teams would be more incentivized to do it simply because, like, hey man, there's 8 teams getting in. You play someone, you can get in. Like, you don't have to be the top 4.
Yeah.
Like, you can get in.
You can
Right.
Cincy it.
Yeah, you can get in. So I think a lot more teams would be obviously or would be like, yeah.
Well, that's
let's
what I'm
do
saying.
it.
It's probably not going to be the blue bloods that are like, oh, maybe we should play, but it might be those fringe, depending like flavor of the month or whatever that had played well. It's like, hey, we'll shoot up and play. Like nobody wanted to play Cincinnati starting this year, really. Like after you saw what they were able to do, get into the playoff as a non-power 5
Right.
school. Like you have to tread lightly
And play
around
well.
those teams and play well. Like
They played.
that's as good as you can look.
Yeah. They played well in the playoff.
So you're talking about like the Cincy's, the Pitts, the BYU's.
Right, those are
kind
going
of
to be the teams that are knocking at your door, like maybe
Yeah.
even a Baylor, where it's like
playoffs week
let
one.
me let
Well,
me show
Baylor's
off.
gonna have to because they're gonna be in the Big 12 and they're not gonna have.
It's going to be those schools.
Yeah.